So today's video is not really going to be a story, but it's really just going to be something I'm going to bring up because I don't know if a lot of you guys have experienced this, but have any of you ever had this where people at school find out that you've traveled for something and then the first thing they think of is it was for a cubing competition? Has that ever happened to any of you guys? Well, today I'm going to talk about that and kind of tell you my experience from that. I'm just going to be telling you a few small stories and just the general topic in general. So let's just get right into it. So, basically, in a nutshell, it's where at school people think that I travel just for cubing competitions, and when it comes to that, they are half correct about that. And the reason for that is because I do travel a lot for competitions, but at the same time, there are a handful of things that I do that are not for competitions, such as going to visit family, which I do quite a bit. And in addition to just that, they think I go just for the competition and I don't go for anything else. Because I've seen a lot in the past where people, they travel to a competition, but they don't do any of the extra things outside of the competition itself. So, for example, when I went to Europe last summer for Worlds, I did a lot of things that were not cubing related because we were there, and it's just the way I like doing things when I travel. And there might have been a handful of people who traveled there just for the competition but didn't go to see anything else outside of the competition. Now, the way I do competitions is I generally try to find competitions that I can easily get to that are in places that I've wanted to visit, and I try to tie them together in a way, and that's exactly what I did this summer. For example, when I went to London, that was a place I wanted to go to begin with, and then I found the competition there and we tied it together with going there. So as you can clearly see, 100% of my traveling is not spent on competitions. A good majority of it is, but not all of it. So anyway, now let's jump into some small stories related to this. So the first one I have is when I went to Chicago about 2 years ago for a family wedding, and somebody asked me, what I was doing, and they're like, is it for a competition? And I was like, no, it's for something else. Another one was pretty recently where I went to New York to visit family, and one of my teachers asked what I did over spring break, and I said, I went to New York, and they said something like, was it for a cubing tournament? And I was like, no, it was to visit family. And lastly, I have this one story where some people have found that I've traveled a lot of places, and they asked me, do you go to these places just for these competitions? And I'm like, yes and no, because yes, I do go to places for competitions, but I don't go there just for the competitions, and there are also a handful of places I go to that are not for competition at all. So anyway, that's my story that I have for today. So let me know if any of you guys have ever experienced this with anybody, and write your stories in the comments. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.